Welcome to the Bothy podcast. We're here to talk about mental health with the theme of comfort and disturb. I hope you enjoy what you hear, but if you find some of what we say upsetting, I hope it is at least a learning experience. My name's Graham Morgan. I have a diagnosis of schizophrenia and I'm a member of Bothy, which is a mental health and wellbeing hub in Helensburgh, in Argyll, in Scotland. I'm a writer. I publish on Substack weekly and was awarded an MBE for services to mental health some years ago. And today I'm in conversation with Delia, and we're going to be talking mainly about crafting and mainly about the comfort of crafting, although we may get into some more disturbing aspects too.
Yes.
So Delia.
Hello.
Before we start, and thank you for saying hello, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you first came to Bothy?
Okay. Basically, we were new to the area, and I knew that it was going to be difficult for us both to integrate, and saw the health and well-being, and it just piqued my curiosity, and I thought, I wonder what they do. So I came in, asked what you did, or asked Katrina what was going on here, and she explained that you did various arts and crafts in the Bothy, and as well as lots of talking therapies as well. And I thought, that sounds quite interesting. I'll come along there then.
Brilliant. So did it feel quite easy to come here?
It did. Initially, I did it for my husband's sake because I suggested that he could do fly tying. Now, he did start doing that, it must be a couple of years ago now. But because he is left-hand disabled, he found it very difficult to tie the flies, and he found it more frustrating to continue with that. And there was another chap here who was much better, he felt, than he was, so he just left it to this other guy, Scott, who unfortunately, once the fishing season started, he disappeared.
Well, you would do if you want to go fishing, wouldn't
yes.
you? Yeah. And that leads us really nicely onto our subject, crafts, both how they can comfort us and how they can disturb us. Do you want to enlarge on that at all?
Yes. So, very quickly, if you don't mind, I'll just look up what the definition of craft is. Because, some people think of it in terms of you can be a crafty person, but basically it is, the definition via Google is that it's a skillful activity or product of such an activity requiring a special skill and often manual dexterity like woodworking or weaving. But I've heard of people talking about political skill, so that must be stretching the definition of the word, I think, anyway. Yeah. But we're talking about the manual side, so manual dexterity, etc.
Lovely, lovely. So how did you get into crafting? What prompted it?
When I was very little, I saw my grandma knitting and I thought, what's she doing? And she taught me how to knit. And it was one of those things that even though my mother knew how to knit, she never had the time to teach me. And I found that with several things over the years, that people would know how to do something but would never have the time to teach you. So that's been a refreshing change at the Bothy, where people will actually teach you. And you feel like you've achieved something at the end of the day when you go home and you can say, look at this, look at what I've done.
That's lovely, yeah. Actually, I remember that was one of the first things I did at Bothy was make a wooden shelf.
Yes.
Which we now have in our kitchen, and it has all of Dash the dog's things on it.
There we go.
Yeah, yes. And I felt really proud of it.
Yes.
That was good.
That's good.
You told us what crafting is. Mm-hmm. What sort of things do you do?
Well, I have some examples with me,
good.
Graham.
That's nice.
So I thought I'd bring these along because they were 3 different groups. These are all coasters. So this one was... it's gilding on a slate tile. Mm-hmm. That was with Lorna. Mm-hmm. This one is a handicraft one, and I did that with it's sewing basically. It's through D. I did that, and that was when we went up to Hill House. So this was fabric that Lorna had and donated.
And is that in the style of Charles?
The style of Charles Rennie Mackintosh. Yeah, the sort of roses. And this one was through the diamond painting, which Don't know if it will show up or not. But that was through another class that I did, and that was with Kelly. She's discontinued at the moment, but she may bring it back, I don't know.
So those are all run by members?
Those are all run by members of the Bothy. And it's been really helpful to me, especially that one in a way, because it's shown me that I can actually still sew. Even though my eyesight is pretty bad these days, I can still sew. So
that's a nice feeling, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing too. I like it.
Thank you. It does get used. You can see the tea stains. The other thing I do is woodwork. Now, that one I really shouldn't have brought because that was through Spoonfest last year, but I'll show you anyway because I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
So the challenge was to make a spoon in an hour. And so there were about 20 people. So you got an input into 12 different spoons. So it was 5 minutes and then change, 5 minutes, change, 5 minutes, change. And it was pressure, but it was very good fun anyway.
So what sort of tools do you use to whittle?
That was really fun because I started off with an axe.
Really?
Just a small hand
you
axe,
chopped down a log into
it? No. But you are literally given a piece of wood and then you chop it into... You have to work out where you think the spoon is going to be in that piece of wood. And then you decide where it is.
So you almost see the spoon in the wood?
You do, yes. Yeah, you do. You do have to. Now this one I made here. It doesn't look very much, but it's really handy. It's really good for stir fries because it's got a long handle, and that's why I wanted it.
Oh, so you actually use it in your cooking?
Oh, yeah. So keep away from all the spitting fat. Yeah.
And is that one made with an axe too?
No, I did that just with a knife, just here. This one, I don't know if the light will still work. Maybe not. No, it's a year and a bit old, but that was through Lorna, through her craft.
So is that a Christmas tree decoration?
Well, no, not necessarily. It was just it's basically as a bottle, which Ian glued that bit on, which contains the bulb, and then you decorate it as a hot air balloon.
Well, that's lovely.
So that was a craft through Lorna. And the final thing that I brought along, because I thought I don't want to put too much in the car, was a little stool that I did. And that was through Woodcraft here as well.
And is that what's outside?
Yes.
When I come along and I see lots of people under the gazebo things chopping away?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, this is lovely. Now, I've got another question for you.
Okay.
You've just done some blacksmithing, which I'd love to know more about. But you also, when I was last speaking to me, said something about the mythology and traditions associated with it. Do you remember any of that?
Yes. I was trying to impart them to the lady who was blacksmithing. Basically, the woodworking group was set up by Paul and Craig. Paul stopped coming because he felt that Craig was experienced enough to do it on his own. So that was fine. And but Jo is Paul's partner. Now, she passed her certificate for becoming a blacksmith, last year. And so she doesn't actually know some of the mythology behind blacksmithing. And it was very much that because you're working with something that is a lump and then you're making it into a tool, whether that be an axe, whether it be a poker for the fire, and that was seen as magical by the people who were onlookers. So that there is some dexterity and there has to be knowledge there as well. So when you're bending a piece of metal, you have to know which bit to cool and which bit to heat in the fire in order to make that bend, in order to create what you want from that bit of metal.
So I imagine there's a whole realm of tradition attached to crafting that I don't know about.
There is. I mean, I was saying to Jo, there's lots of things, Greg, but how much do you want to come out of here?
Wherever you want to go.
Okay. Well, I was saying to Jo that basically they used to use bull's blood in the blacksmith's forge to make the floor, because they would mix that with the earth and make the floor, because it would make it hard, and it would sort of be slightly retardant, fire retardant as well. But like I say, there was the mystical element of the blacksmith. Now, I was just at my youngest stepson's wedding at the end of July, and they had it at Gretna, and they still do the hand fasting on the forge. So you hold on to the forge, and the blacksmith is then meant to bring down the hammer onto the forge, and you mustn't flinch.
Oh, really?
Because if you flinch, then the marriage will fail. So if both partners have to have their hands on the forge separately, and then the blacksmith brings down his...
That's amazing. I'm learning loads.
Hammer on the anvil, yes.
And you've been weaving with willow.
I have. I'm afraid I haven't brought any today, but...
That's fine.
Yes, that was quite interesting to know that I can do it. I mean, I can do it, but yes, it's on a slightly smaller scale. But yeah, it's very interesting.
So, what does crafting do for well-being, would you say?
It helps you to concentrate your mind. It helps you to... Sorry, you kept me upset.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It takes you away from it every day.
Which we need sometimes, don't we?
It helps you to concentrate on the one thing.
Yeah.
And completing it and knowing that you can do that.
Which is a huge gift, isn't it?
Yes.
And what would you be the most enjoyable part of it?
The company is good.
That's good. The conversation as you're doing it is really good, isn't it?
Yeah. Then the completion of the task is good. Yes. There are lots of things. Sorry, chink showing there.
Chinks are allowed to be shown. Chinks are important, because that's the beauty of someone like Jean's Bothy, isn't it? That you do have chinks that you can show them. So what are the main things you do with crafting in Jean's Bothy? I've got here that you've been doing recycling Christmas decorations and things.
Oh, yes. We did that last year. So that was quite, I think I said to you, it was quite interesting because we had people coming along to it, not expecting anything of it, and then going away quite pleased with what they'd created. And some of it was things that you used to do at school. I'm sure you made paper lanterns at school. Out of bits of paper where you just fold them. You have a piece of paper, you fold it in half, you cut slits along it, and then you take it up and you join the two bits together, and that's a paper lantern.
I remember making paper chains.
There we go, paper chains. We did those as well.
In fact, we had them for many Christmases to come. Yeah.
Yes, and I think I said we had a donation of various crafting materials, and we made candy canes out of some of the what do you call them? Pipe cleaners. So twisting them together, they're very effective. But some people came up with their own ideas once you started showing them what you could make, and they came up with their own ideas. And I said to you that one lady actually showed that she could do origami, which was a skill none of us knew that she had, but she'd been taught by a friend from Japan. And she still had that, but she has that eye for detail because she was a draftsman, I suppose, in a previous life, as it were. But yes, it was interesting.
It's amazing. And also being able to create something that is of value and you can do something with is good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you were also talking about the hidden talents in Jean's Bothy. Like so many people run the groups, which I think is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
What would you say about that? What do you think that's important too?
I think it's important for them and important for the people who come along to see that it is possible to do that it can be just run by members. And whatever you take away from it at the end of the day, you've achieved something. I mean, my gilding on that bit of slate isn't perfect, but I know what it was meant to be. So So that's fine. It's for me. It's not for anyone else.
And that's so important,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
And that the fact that we can achieve and contribute, sometimes we forget that, don't we?
Yes. I think so, definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's been a really nice conversation so
Good.
far.
Good.
Have you got any messages for anyone wanting to try out crafting?
I would say come along, give it a go. It doesn't matter if you have done it before or not. Sometimes, yes, it's like, it's a bit like anything. It can bring out emotions that you may have thought were hidden or can be quite deep. I found that with singing. But yeah, so do come along. You've got a supportive community here, and we'll try to help you through any problems that you may have, either with manual dexterity or, if you feel you just really cannot do something, then there'll be an alternative, I'm sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're very
And it's
welcome.
really revealing, because the initial view of crafting is just a sort of thing you do, but it's a complex thing with a tradition, and it does connect with emotion too, and it does connect with community.
It's hand-eye coordination is a big thing, and people forget that. But you need that just to pick up a spoon, just to get that spoon from the plate to your mouth. That's manual dexterity, if you like. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Thank you so much. That was a podcast about crafting with Delia. It was a great
you.
honour to speak with you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking all these examples of things
right.
you've done.
You're very
It was
welcome.
lovely to see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.